Welcome back to my channel and yet another video, and today it's all going to be about this. What if I say you can get this installed in any car all by yourself? Right after this short intro, coming up. What's up everybody, my name is Rahil and today it's all going to be about what you just saw before the intro. I'm pretty sure you are excited by looking at those LEDs. I was when I saw this first in an Audi somewhere 2 years back, and I was totally amazed, blown away. Since then I started to look upon how to make one for myself, and in that process I stumbled upon this light. These look amazing. The best thing about these LEDs is that it can be installed in almost any car to make that car look cool. This is going to be a DIY process, or should I say do-it-yourself process, in which I'm going to install these LEDs in a Maruti Suzuki Alto. Now this is my friend's 10-year-old car, which is pretty basic, so let's make it interesting. These are called Sequential Switchback LEDs. Let me explain. This is called a sequence, and once the turn indicator stops, it switches back to DRL mode, and now you know why it is called Sequential Switchback LEDs. The package comes with a pair of LEDs and controllers. These controllers have 3 wires. Red is positive 12 volts, yellow is for the turn signal, and black is the ground or common. Pretty basic. For this project, I'm going to use a brand new headlamp assembly because the old one had turned yellow and also the reflected surface had faded, so it was kind of no use. So, step 1. Open the headlight lens. There is this glue inside which also acts as a seal between the lens and the reflector. So, to open this, we first need to somehow break the seal without damaging anything. To do that, you will need a heat gun or a hairdryer. I don't have a heat gun, so hairdryer it is. While using the hairdryer, make sure you use it evenly across the edge surface of the headlamp assembly so that the glue gets heated up evenly across the entire surface, which will help in breaking the seal easily. Also, be very careful with the tools you use, as it can hurt you like how it did to me. So, take your own sweet time to do this. You don't want to break that expensive headlight you just bought, unless you're rich or CHU *****. You got my point. Use flathead screwdrivers or tweezers to help you with the process like this. Make sure you don't damage the lens or housing. Okay, so once you got it open safe and sound, make sure to secure it so that it stays away from dust, and also make sure to not leave any fingerprints on the lens. Next, cut the extra strings which are not needed. Now you will have to make some adjustments so that this LED fits inside your headlamp properly. Now this will vary from vehicle to vehicle, but if you're doing it for an Alto, then you can do the exact same thing what I'm doing. Keep in mind, you also need to take out the wires from the LED so that you can make a connection later. And if required, make sure to check the direction of the LED. So accordingly take your measurements. Now according to my measurement, I will have to make slight adjustments. The first one required me to remove the LED cap, which I did using a cutter, and for the second one I used a screwdriver which I had to heat it up so that I could use it to melt the plastic cap of the LED so that it would fit in the housing properly. You might or might not have to do that. It all depends on your measurements and the size of the headlamp. So after giving some finishing touches, it's now time to fit the LED inside. To do that, I have used this 3M tape. This is a 5mm size tape which I will use to stick the LEDs so that they stay at their position. Also, make sure you have the LED wires routed outside to make a connection later. Once we got the LEDs in position, it's now time to put this all back together. To do it, I have bought this silicone based glue which will bind the reflector and the lens together. Before applying it, remove some of the original glue which you think might avoid you from closing the lens properly. Make sure you use generous amount of the glue and also apply it evenly so that there is no passage for water to get inside the reflector. And now it's time to close the reflector. Before doing this, make sure the reflector and the lens is free from any kind of dust or any kind of fingerprint marks. You don't want your car headlamps to look ugly, do you? Now use the hair dryer again to heat up the edges to help you fix the lens and the reflector. I have used these clips to hold the reflector and housing together, and I will keep them like this till the glue gets dried up. Just to be safe, let's say 24 hours. Now do the same process with the other reflector. By now you should have some experience and it shouldn't take much time. Now let's check if the lights are proper and functional. Now here's the thing, my friend is kind of slightly modifying his car, so it is currently at the paint shop. So I will have to wait till the car comes from there to show you the wiring process. But I will fast forward it for you guys. So I will whip around right now straight to the painted car. Stay with me. And that's the car. The headlamps are already installed and now I will show you the wiring process. But before that, let me tell you, do this only if you're confident enough in your own abilities to do so. I'm not responsible for any damages by your mistake whatsoever. Good luck with that. Let's get those cinematic bars down and some color grading. And here we go. But hold on, I am supposed to show you the wiring process first, and then let's get back to the sequence later. This is the LED controller. I will now connect it to the LED installed in the headlamp. After that is done, the yellow wire of the controller will have to be connected to the positive wire of the turn signal indicator to get the signal. The signal wire will vary from vehicle to vehicle. Once you connect it, secure it with insulation tape. Then to connect the ground, I will use the negative of the battery which is closest to the lamp on the left side, as it is convenient in this case. Make sure you secure the ground wire properly with the battery. Now the DRL can be connected in different ways. One, you can connect it parallel to the pilot lamp switch so that whenever you turn on the pilot lamp, the DRL will also glow. Two, you can add a DRL sensor so the LED will glow up whenever you start the engine. 3. You can also add a separate button to use the DRL function whenever you want, just like my friend wants it. To do this, I have taken a positive wire from the ACC with a fuse and a switch in between all the way to the headlamps. So I have connected the red wire of the LED controller to this wire which I got from the ACC, which will serve as positive 12 volts to turn the white LED on. After you are done, secure it with insulation tape. Now there is one more turn signal LED installed in this car which is called the switchback turn indicators. Now I have made a detailed video on how to install this in your scooter or car, so make sure you do check it out. The white LED signal of the switchback LED wire is connected parallel to the positive of pilot lamp switch to turn on with the pilot lamps using this splice connector, so that there is no need to cut the wire. Now do the same process for the headlamp on the other side. Also on this side, I have connected the black wire from the controller, which is the ground, onto the chassis of the car, which serves as the ground or negative terminal. So all the connections are complete, and I have a feeling that this video has crossed more than 10 minutes. I feel this is going to be my longest video yet. Since all the connections are complete, it's now show time. So, question of the day, how much does this LED cost? This sequential switchback LED will cost you anywhere from 1500 to 3000 rupees depending on where you buy it from. I will link all the product links in the description box below, so make sure you do check it out. Let me know in the comment section below if you have already got this in your car or are planning to get one of them after watching this video. So that's it for the video. Hope you like it. Hit the like button if you did so, share this video with your friends and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. forget to subscribe.